E te manuhiri tuarangi uajuri tangata whenua. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou. Tēnā koutou nā uri o rata mai, whakaki whiti mai te, moana o tō whaki. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. To the original custodians of this land, past and present, and to those who have occupied this land for lesser time, I pay my respects and I greet you all.
Nā hine te karakia Nā ngā toki I orohia ki tōna tuaiwi E tohu aroha ki aratai
My name is Victoria Hunt and I'm a performing artist, a performance dance movement artist that's based in Sydney. My cultural heritage is Australian born Maori. My family are all from different tribes throughout mostly the northern island of New Zealand. I started in visual arts. I went through art school, completed an undergraduate degree. In that time I started questioning the materiality of the objects that I was working with and started to experiment more with projections and ambient recordings, which then led me into more questions around embodiment, and that took me out to Central Australia in 1999, which is where I met Mr. Quincy. The work in Body Weather was fascinating to me because of its connection to landscape and to climate and to atmospheres, and how the body is positioned within space and how the space then informs and changes the body and vice versa. Body weather is important to me because within this practice and training, it's a fine-tuning of the body, not only into its own structure and mechanisms, but also into the landscape and into the overall weather systems. Both systems constantly changing and affecting each other. So if it's possible to dance the space or dance the environment, then from a body weather perspective, it's also possible to be danced by the environment and danced by the space. I'm currently working on a solo piece. It's called Copper Promises, or Hinamihi Haka. It's a protest piece. It's a solo dance work in collaboration with a team of people that's looking at the repatriation of cultural objects, cultural carvings, in particular a piece of carving that was once over the door of an ancestral meeting house, and as the video will show, it was removed and taken to places in Europe, and the tribe have been asking for its return, but doors keep closing every time the tribe gets near to finding out where it is.
Porotiti, porotiti, kume kume, eh.
be able to connect with people in schools and with the dance groups that are in the area, and we can go out into different locations around Miranda and Birrego and other places, and look at spaces that are very familiar and just start working with sight. What is that place? What's the temperature of the place? How can the body be in that place to reveal its relationship to country? And I think that it would be lovely to work with students from the high schools and the primary schools and elderly people who live and breathe and have got such a history to a place, and then to discover the poetry of and the technique of placing a water pool in different parts of the body with hairy grass in the head, the stumps of maybe the favourite tree, down through the legs, and the flight path, of a bellbird or something in the elbows. So it's a mapping of your core attractions to a place that then can become a dance, and then you place that dance then in the environment, and it's potentially an extremely beautiful thing. And I think the reason why I'm resonating with this so much too is when I connect back to Maori culture. Maori culture is all about, when in terms of dance, we're dancing with our ancestors with us. The dance is a homage. It's a lament. It's a challenge. It's an embodiment. It's an invitation. It's a gift. But all the time, very hyper aware of being in relationship to the space and to the ancestral. So there's a commonality there with body weather that I'm extremely fascinated by. I hope that we could, craft something together, either to celebrate the space that we live in, or offer a gift back to the space. And I think that dance can be really powerful as a way of bringing people together, and then because it is sharing real time and real space through our bodies and through our connections, then it's something that we can feel together, and I think that's a beautiful thing.